Welcome back to Thru the Numbers. It's the NFL show. It's me, Rye Guy. I'm here with Ian.
What up, guys?
And today we're going to be going over our best bets, our 5 best bets for NFL Sunday, Week 7.
Week 7 already.
Week 7 already. We are almost halfway there.
Almost,
we're
man.
Getting there.
Yeah, it goes by fast. It's crazy. We look forward to it all year, and then it comes, and it's gone quick.
Yeah. So, quick recap from last week. I went 4-1. Ian, you went 3-1-1.
I went 2-2-1. I had a push with
2-2-1.
Washington. Man, I hate pushes.
Oh, okay.
They suck.
Yeah, pushes suck. Good week for me.
Yeah, very good week, man.
Football wise. So, as the reigning champion for 2 straight weeks, I'm gonna go first again. Ian, let's try and actually do the snake draft this time, and let's not screw you over.
All right, so you go 1, then I go 2, then you go 2.
2, yeah,
right.
Until we get to 5.
We got this.
Yeah, so I'll go first, and there are a lot of ways I could go, and I'm not sure where you're gonna go because we haven't talked at all. And I didn't check your Action Network to see what you're on. So,
well, there's so much on there. How would you even know, man?
Yeah, what's your favorite? I guess I just look at what you put the most money on.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that would be the tell.
That's usually how you can tell on mine which ones I really like are the ones that I put at least, a full unit on. But anyways, my first pick, I'm gonna go to the Monday game. I know I said NFL Sunday, but we're going to include the Monday games in this. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers -2 against the Arizona Cardinals. I like the Chargers to cover in this one. The reason why I think they've given the expectations and level of talent that they have, they've been pretty good and they're well coached. And then specifically numbers wise, the LA Chargers are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games as a favorite. So that's around a 73% hit rate.
Nice.
ATS as a favorite. I think we see flashes from this Arizona team on offense, but this is a good defense they're coming up against, and I think Los Angeles should be able to just wear them down and win this game. So that's going to be my first pick, the Los Angeles Chargers -2.
Nice. I like it. I also like the Chargers this weekend.
All right. Now give me your first best bet.
So my first best bet, I'm actually going to Monday night as well. It's funny. This episode of the show, I guess, is like the movie Memento. We're starting at the end here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be going to the other game, actually. I'm going to be going over to the Bucks and the Ravens, and I'm taking the Buccaneers +4. Shop around. I think you can probably still get it at the +4. I would really try to get that number over 3.5. My advice would be, if you can't find it right now, probably even just wait until Monday. This is a game I think that the public and a lot of people close to game time are going to come in on the Ravens, and that'll probably boost the number up, them being the favorite and having looked so good the past few weeks. But there are some numbers that really do us well in this situation. So the Bucks are 9-3 against the spread in their last 12 games as an underdog, whereas the Ravens in their last 10 games as a favorite are only 4-6. And as I think I mentioned last episode, because we were taking the Washington Commanders against the Ravens, Lamar against the spread as a favorite is 19-21. And only 8-18 when he's favored by a field goal or more. Some other things I like about this matchup between these two teams is that the Ravens, as we know, they love to run the ball right now. With Derrick Henry and with Lamar, like that is really their main attack. But the Bucs defense, they are really good against the run. They're going to benefit even more this weekend because they got Anton Winfield Jr. coming back, and they also got some really good young talent on that side of the ball as well. Now, about the Bucs offense, so we know their bread and butter is passing through the air, especially with Evans and Godwin and Baker. They've looked fantastic this year. Now, the Baltimore defense ranks only 27th in EPA against the pass. Just like we said, we know that's how the Buccaneers are going to attack in this game. The Bucs are also at home So yeah, give me the Buccaneers +4 for this game.
All right, I like it. All right, so now give us your second best
Right,
bet.
we're doing this right this time. Okay, so for my next one, my one player prop for this week, I'm going with George Kittle over receiving yards. I got it at 48.5. It's depending on the book, it's like 48.5, 49.5, even an alternate line of 50, but I would probably stop around 51, 52 for this line. So I'm just going to set the bet we're doing for this is George Kittle over 50 receiving yards. That's what we'll call it. And why I like this bet is because the Chiefs have particularly struggled against tight ends so far this season. On average, they're allowing 81 yards per game to the tight end one position. Just some examples here. 111 yards to Isaiah Likely, 91 yards to Mike Gesicki, 59 yards to Kyle Pitts. They still don't have CMC. Jordan Mason I don't know if he's fully healthy yet. I think he is playing though. And we know Chris Jones in the Chiefs D-line is strong against the run. And I think that could create a pass-heavy game for Purdy, who we know has a great rapport with Kittle. And also Kittle, he has gone over this line in 15 of his last 20 games with 5 or more receptions. I easily see him having 5 or more receptions in this game. So, yeah, that's my second best bet is George Kittle over 50 receiving yards.
All right. So now me for 2. I'll go with a player prop first. And the first, player prop that I want to go with is Hunter Henry of the New England Patriots to go over 28.5 receiving yards. He's over in 2 straight. And the Jags are a great matchup for him. They're giving up a lot of receiving yards in general and to tight ends. You got a rookie QB starting for New England, and we know how rookie QBs tend to check down to their tight ends and to the running backs. So I think he can get the over here. I think this is a good spot. So I'm betting Hunter Henry over 28.5 receiving yards.
All right. Number 2, keeping the snake draft alive.
The next one. Okay. All right, I'll go with this one. All right. So when I was looking at this, the number was 249.5. I believe it's at 252.5. I think I still like it at 252.5, whether you get one or the other. I'm just gonna say right now, Jared Goff over passing yards. So Jared Goff has exceeded 250 passing yards in 10 of his last 12 games. 83% of his last 12 games, that is. He's over in 8 of his last 10, over in 3 of 5 this season. 2 straight he's gone over. And he's also gone over in each of the last 2 head-to-head matchups with the Vikings. I know the Vikings defense is good, but the Lions have a terrific offense as well. I think both teams are going to put up points in this game. I also lean the over, but I think this will be a shootout. So I'm going to take Jared Goff over 250 passing yards.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited for this game. It's one of the better ones, I think, on the slate. Sucks it's at the 1 p.m. time, which is when the Bengals are playing too, because otherwise I would honestly rather watch this game than the Bengals and the Browns. But yeah, got to be loyal.
I got you. All right, 2 for you now, Ian.
2 for me. All right, which one do we want to go with here? So speaking of that game, actually, I'm going to go for my next one here with the Browns +6 for my third best bet. And again, like with the Bucs, I would really stress getting the 6. It went up to even 6.5 at some places, but now it seems to have gone back down and settled at 5.5. But again, maybe wait a little bit, wait till Sunday, see if it gets back up to 6, because that's a huge differential between key numbers there, 5.5 and 6. But I really think we're getting a gift with that number. I think the books have really overreacted to the departure of Amari Cooper this week. This line opened at 4.5, and as soon as Amari was traded to Buffalo, it dropped all the way down to, or went up rather, to 5.5, 6, 6.5. But just from my own personal experience, I can tell you that Burrow is 1-5 against the Browns and has never won a game against them on the road. The Browns also see Nick Chubb returning this week, which is really bad news for the Bengals' struggling D, especially the D line. And you know what, man? Like, as awful as Deshaun Watson has looked, like, I'll say he's the worst QB in football right now, and I think that's kind of awesome. But the Browns' defense is still strong, despite poor play from him. And the Bengals' O-line, like, it just looked awful last week against the Giants. They couldn't protect Burrow well at all. They also have some talent at corner with guys like Denzel Ward that I think will be able to go against the Bengals' pass catchers. And the Browns, I think they're going to be a little invigorated because this is actually their first time playing at home since week 3. They've gone on a 3-week road trip, and now they're on a 3-week homestand. It's also a divisional home dog. That's always a great trend to back. So, for this one, we're going to take the Browns +6, really try to get the +6.
Okay. And what is your next one?
And for the next one...
That was your third, right?
Third. So, all right, fourth one here. All right, fourth one. This is a really gross, ugly one, but sometimes you got to take those ones. And that's going to be the Tennessee Titans +9.5. So I just think with this number here is like me the first time I hit the dab rig. It just got way too high. Like 9.5 is just way too big of a number. Like, as terrible as Will Levis has been, the Titans defense, I'm going to be honest, they're actually, respectable. Like, they're number 10 overall in defensive DVOA. They're 6th overall in EPA allowed per play. And they're actually 1st overall in limiting per snap success rate for their opponents. I think, like I've mentioned in a previous episode, the Bills have kind of beat up on poor defenses at the start of the season. But in their previous games where the defenses have been a little more stout, they've only put up 23, 20, and 13 points, which if that's the scores they're putting up, then 9.5 should be an easy enough number to cover, even in spite of Will Levis. So it's a gross bet, I know. Like, it's not going to be fun. If you don't want to follow it, hey, I totally get it. But I think the number's gotten way too high. And if you're going to back a team in this situation, you got to take Titans +9.5.
I like it. I don't love it, but I like it. I was going to give out Geno Smith's passing yards, but the number has gone up significantly. And then I wanted to give his pass plus rush yards, which is still around the same, but that number's still but he's only clearing it by a very small margin. I also really like Jameson Williams' longest reception, but longest receptions haven't been doing very well for me. So I'm going to give out a safe play, and I'm going to give out a same game parlay. So let's go with the same game parlay first. And it's not the traditional 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. It's a little different this time. This time we're going to go with Jordan Love to throw 2 touchdowns and over 200 yards passing. You combine those two, you should be able to get that at plus money. Jordan Love has exceeded 1.5 touchdowns in 10 straight games, averaging 2.6 TDs per game over that time. 100% in his last 10 games, like I said. And I believe he's around 70 to 80% hit rate at 200 passing yards. I think his line, let me just check real quick where his line is set. I want to say his line is set around 250 against the Texans. I think he can hit the 250, but I just feel more comfortable taking him at a safer 200. Let's just double check.
I didn't even know you were making that bet, but I've sort of got one that correlates a bit is that I really liked. I'm on his over passing completions, over 20.5, which he's regularly gone over that. And I really like Love the Packers this weekend too.
Yeah, big time. So his line is 247, so it's around 250, but we're just going to go for 200 yards and the 2 touchdowns, and that'll give you a nice little plus money play. Yeah, I really like that. And then for my final best bet, like I said, there's a couple ones I'd love to do, but I feel like I'm relying too much on quarterbacks with my picks, so I want to give a little bit of variance here. So the last play I'll go with, I think is a safe pick, just because he's been doing so well, is Chuba Hubbard to go over 3.5 receptions. So he's playing the Commanders, who they've been decent against the pass, against limiting receptions to running backs, but they haven't really played too many teams with pass catching RBs like Chuba. And he's hit the over 3.5 in 5 straight games. So pretty much every game since Bryce Young has not been the quarterback. So I think he can do this again. I think he should be able to do this against Washington. I think 4 receptions is pretty foreseeable that he can hit this again this week for the 6th straight time. So that's what we're gonna go with for our last best bet, is Chuba Hubbard over 3.5 receptions.
That's great. I like
All
both
right,
those.
Ian. I think it's just your last one.
Yeah,
now,
I
right?
just got one more to give out here. So without further ado, the 5th and final bet I'm giving out this weekend. And I will say, I'm betting this, man, but I will not be shocked at all if I'm regretting it come Monday. And so I will warn you guys here. But I do think it is the right side here. It's not a really easy one to sit with. We are going to fade the Kansas City Chiefs, and we're going to take the San Francisco 49ers money line in this. Now, I should let you guys know, because you're probably going to hear about this, and it is worth mentioning, that Mahomes, as an underdog, is 25-8-1 against the spread, and Andy Reid is also 21-4 coming off a bye week, which the Chiefs are coming off their bye right now. So I'll put that out in front right now. But I do got to say, man, KC, I know they're 5-0 and they're undefeated right now, but I just don't think they are a 5-0 team. I don't think they're as good as a 5-0 team. And on the flip side, I don't think the Niners are as bad as they seem with their record as a 2-3 team. I don't think they look like a 2-3 team. KC, in my opinion, is not as good right now as when these two teams faced each other in the Super Bowl earlier this year. They're also in San Francisco for this game because they've lost Rashee Rice now. Travis Kelce is just almost non-existent.
Shadow.
Yeah, absolutely. So they are missing their run game right now, the Niners, and will have to rely on Brock Purdy, who is going to have to go against Steve Spagnuolo and the KC Blitz. But, man, Brock Purdy has actually done really well under pressure in his career, and I think he's going to be able to handle it. But, again, getting back to the Chiefs, with their weapons issues, they're depleted at running back right now as they have to check those out. They can't really seem to figure out what they want to do. They're going back between Kareem Hunt and Carson Steele, I believe is his name. Sorry if I got that wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Niners rank 3rd in defensive pass DVOA. So that's just another bad matchup right there. So again, I like all those reasons to back the Niners this weekend. I think they're going to get their revenge from the Super Bowl. But again, I did mention those things about Mahomes as an underdog and Andy Reid coming off a bye, so you should consider that. But I think it's the sharp side this weekend to go with the Niners.
All right. I don't know if I'm going to bet it, but I can say that I did take the 49ers to win in the pick and pool that I'm in. So I do like that play. So yeah, those are our 5 best bets each. Let us know in the comments if you're Team Rye Guy or if you're Team Ian. We will figure out what the punishment will be for the loser of the next week. And I got to get some sort of reward for the champion. And we will eventually take a video of the other punishment when we have a witness or two.
Yes.
For Ian to do the vinegar shot.
It's not just water in a shot glass.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll do that, and yeah, we'll discuss off air what we're gonna do, or let us know in the comments, and we'll choose one of the punishments that you guys give out to be the punishment for the loser this week. Hopefully, it's better than a vinegar shot.
Let us know, guys. You're probably more creative with this than we are.
Yeah. Other than that, good luck this weekend with your plays, and subscribe, all that stuff. Stay tuned for other videos that we got going on pretty soon. You'll be seeing my face more often with the NBA videos that'll be coming out pretty much
You're gonna be a
daily,
busy
along
guy, man,
with
with
the
the
NHL
NBA and the
videos.
NHL and this.
NBA, NHL, yeah, it's gonna be busy. I might have to get someone to take over my duties on the NFL, but I'm happy to do it for now, especially because really only the one day of the week you got to prepare for, so you have a bit of time to prepare and then get the video out. Whereas the NHL, NBA stuff is very, very quick, very fluid, needs to be done.
It's like every night too. It's not like with us right now where it's like, okay, we got like one game on a Thursday and then otherwise we're waiting until Sunday and the end of Monday night. But
yeah, and a lot of the lines, at least for the NHL's been slow to put out a lot of the player props. So that's kind of been screwing with my sleep schedule a little bit. To like, I'm having to get up early in the morning to do the videos. So
I rate it.
Yeah, I mean, I just got to get used to it because I know I'm gonna have to do that for NBA too. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyway, stay tuned for more. And good luck this week, guys.
Good luck, you degenerates.
You stuttered again for the second time.
I'm just gonna fuck it up every time now, man.
Yeah, good luck, you degenerates.
The degenerates. That's all, folks.
Yeah. All right, guys. Peace.